Welcome to On the Real. I'm your host, Tiara Williams. Here on The Real, we talk about real issues that are affecting our African American community and trying to find solutions through conversation. So, let's get this conversation started. Meet my real talkers.
Jerome Hall, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hi, I'm Channing Bias from Los Angeles, California.
Hey guys, Giovanna Brush from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
And of course, here on The Real, we talk about the good, the bad, and the ratchet of the African American community. So, are you guys ready?
Yes. Let's get ratchet.
It is now time for our Real Ratchet Rundown. So, I'm not sure if you guys seen the Hot 97 DJ, Mr.Cee, who was just busted for soliciting a male prostitute. Mr.Cee says that even though this has happened more than one time, he says he's not gay.
Well, first we have to rewind that because at first he was saying that the cops, they were out against him and that it was all a misunderstanding and it was a mistake and they were trying to put a case up against him. So
he was she's. They were transgender.
Yeah, the cops.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So there was a setup, basically, because someone wants to set up Mr.Cee.
I mean, he can say that he's not, but his actions say that he is. And your actions always speak louder than words. And I know that these are just allegations, so we should be saying allegedly, this occurred.
Right.
But I think that this wasn't his first run-in, I think, with soliciting prostitutes. I want to say in 2011, there was another issue with him with receiving oral sex from a man, a male prostitute, and he was arrested and cited for something, I think like loitering or something crazy.
Right.
But to that extent, Mr.Cee, be who you are. You gotta love you and not hide and not be afraid to do that. And then also, prostitution's kind of disgusting.
Yeah.
So,
it's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
It's really dangerous.
Yeah.
But my thoughts.
I get the thrill of it all.
Maybe he's just really naive and he just thinks they're butch women. Has anyone ever thought of that? That could be the case.
Jeez. Like, I love your broad shoulders.
I know. What big hands you have. You could play in the WNBA.
Wait, all I hear is like Jerome over here grunting.
How do
what
you
is
feel,
that?
Jerome?
Wow. There's nothing wrong with being gay. Like she said, I agree with you. If you're gay, be gay. But own up to it. Personally, I can't stand a man who likes other men but hides it. Because I feel like you're putting our women at danger. If you're sleeping with men and women, but not letting the women know that you're sleeping with other men because you don't want to admit to yourself that you like to take it. You know what I mean? Like, I have a problem with that. Or give it. It doesn't matter. To me, it's a simple fact.
I do agree with both of you about his actions state that he's gay, but at the same time he has a lot at stake.
What does he have?
No, but you know what? So
he works for it. It's in his
the very
in hip hop.
I mean,
he's
the very well known in the hip hop community.
Clyde Davis.
But listen to this. Just listen. Yeah.
Clyde Davis
look how long it took Clyde Davis to come out. He was on.
I get it. I get what you're saying. The issue here for me is more safe sex.
Right.
That's my issue. Safe sex. How is it safe sex though if you not telling the women that you're sleeping with that you're also sleeping with men?
Well, it's about being protected and using contraceptives, but
you should also know your partner.
But see, listen, I just wanted to make this point about Mr.Cee. Now he's a high profile DJ. And you have to understand he's been forced to come out in a way.
Right.
And so you can't just expect someone to all of a sudden take everything that they've built up just to say, hey, I like men. Because you know what? The reality of it is maybe he just likes sex from men. And yes, that is gay.
Yeah.
Yes, but he still may want to be with a woman. He still may want to marry a woman. And is not willing to put all of that on the line because he likes to have instant gratification, which he said.
So with that said, in our community, how can women protect themselves from these situations with these men who are obviously living double lives? And then what conversation should we be having before we marry men? Because I came across a whole community board of women who, were going on and on and on about their ex-gay husbands. So, like, what should we be doing? Like, what conversation should we be having?
Please let me be the first to answer
Go
this.
for it.
I just want to say this. As a woman, in any relationship that you enter into, also with men, there's always signs to the person that you're dating. Most women want to look at this man and make him the perfect man. So they miss the sign. Either if it's caught up in the sex or how sweet he treats you or how good he talks to you, you miss signs. There are always signs in any relationship. All these women who say they married these guys and then found out later that they was gay. Oh, he showed you. You refused to see it because you didn't want to believe it. There's always signs to a cheater, a womanizer, a gay guy. There's always signs. Women just don't want to see them.
I don't know if I agree with that, Jerome, because let's look in situations like Terry McMillan, right? So she went to Jamaica, got her groove back, brought somebody back across,
Right.
Even wrote a book about this man. And he was playing a role. He was acting. There was no, they played this, they're super hard and aggressive when they need to be, but then when they come out, it's like then they regret.
But
the stereotype of being gay, especially for a man, is that you have to be flamboyant.
Right.
Like that's not what it is. It's not always that.
But see, that's the misconception right there. Just because he's manly, just because he doesn't have a soft voice, he got a deep voice, be muscular and very manly. But I promise you, she refused to see it. Point blank period. I don't care how you can disguise it very nicely. But the signs are always there.
Yeah, so we definitely just need to communicate more and stop being so afraid to speak up.
No, I just was gonna say that's really, in my opinion, that's what the biggest problem is. People are afraid to have these conversations. Even though sex sells, sex is still very taboo in certain communities, and it's still considered to be, oh my God, this really bad thing. Like, we shouldn't even talk about it. Like, you shouldn't be having sex. But for myself, that was always one of the things that, like, I'll ask a question. I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. Like, how many people have you slept with? No, like, name them.
Yeah.
Oh, that many? Oh, wow. Okay.
Right.
So was it just like oral sex? Did you have penetration? Did you do this with it? I asked that stuff because you know what? I only have my one life, and I'm not losing it because I wanted to be stupid for 20 minutes or whatever. Right. And now I have a disease that's going to be with me for the rest of my life. The problem too with the men leading the double lives, and especially with homosexuality, I think in the black community, is because it's still shunned upon.
And thank you for joining us here on The Real. If you have any experiences that you would like to share from this topic, feel free to share it right down below and click that like button right down there as well. And we'll see you soon.